Hello and welcome to another video. This is Voorhees Retro 81 and hopefully I've got the volume set right for this. It's always a bit strange setting up the volume on these games because what I can hear is often very different from what ends up getting recorded. But this isn't a particularly, this is a pretty rapid game, so if the video gets screwed up I guess I'll just record it again. So this is a indie shooter, vertical scrolling, and yeah, I played it a fair bit. I wouldn't say I'm an expert at it, I haven't beaten it yet, but it's a lot of fun, and without further ado, let us get rolling. So let's just go the green guy. So, while as I say I've not got, I'm hitting a level with this game where I think I'm probably not too bad at it. I do all right. I thought it would probably be a game that, as it's very nice looking, sounding, etc., it'd make for a nice one for people to have a look at in the you know, gameplay commentary deals. I don't know how well I'll play it while trying to talk, because it's got quite a lot of tight scenarios, and it's a bit. I do feel like it's one of those games that, like, sometimes it just looks at you and goes, nah. It's hard to really. You probably won't really see it because obviously you can't see how a game feels. It's quite loose to control. Sometimes it feels a bit like there's a little bit of a delay between you. Telling the game to do something, not like, you know, a game-breaking delay, and not really much of a delay at all, but enough sometimes to catch you out. I would say, in terms of like gameplay and look and feel, this looks like a Japanese game, but it plays like a Western shooter, which doesn't surprise me, because if I believe this is a Western game, so you know you would expect it to play in that fashion, but it has a lot in common with a lot of the Amiga and PC exclusive shooters in terms of the way it plays. It doesn't have the slightly ludicrous, well, not ludicrous, but people who played them a lot back in the day will know exactly what I mean when I say this. It doesn't have the every enemy takes 3 or 4 shots to get taken down, regardless of whether they're, you know, supposed to be a popcorn enemy or a mid-boss or whatever. It's perfectly logical that once you know where everything's going to be on a stage, you can happily take everything out as you're going. So yeah, I haven't had this for ages, like I say. Probably had it about 2 or 3 months. I'm not really showering myself with glory on this playthrough. I normally do better than this, but it's a bit hard. It's harder to it's definitely hard to talk and play these games. I always feel a bit like that's kind of an excuse, but it is something actually that I might as well cover off on while we're talking about it, because people have asked before. All my commentary is live, so when I'm talking, I am literally talking and playing the game at the same time. It's none of the game footage is pre-recorded, so I'm talking to you and playing at the same time. I'm not sure who asked that. It was either Gull or obviously Power Corrupt. But yeah, just it. I've always meant to cover off on that, but I haven't got round to doing it because I've just been too busy focusing on not dying during these games a lot of the time. You get a lot of. You seem to get a lot of bombs when you look at it on the face of it in this game. Well, this would be where things might become a bit tricky because. Oh, there we go. Unlike a lot of shooters, when you lose a life in Super XYX. Which I realise I haven't said the name of the game yet. This is Super XYX. Obviously it was in very big letters on the title screen, so I wasn't as worried about saying it as I would be otherwise. But in Super XYX, if you die, your bomb stock doesn't get replenished. It's not like Donpachi or you know, Twin Cobra or anything like that. Does Twin Cobra have bombs? I think Twin Cobra has bombs. I might be talking out of Truxton, there's a game that has bombs and they get replenished. I've got an extra life, sweet. Whatever happens to me on this stage, I think I'll probably call it a day after it, because one, the video will get out of sync and run over into, oh, you have to verify your YouTube account, you've got to send us all your details. I'll get into that. You know, I'll be honest, unless I'm really interested in something myself, I'm not often one to watch long videos myself, so I think it'd be really unfair to be like, oh, watch more stuff for like 40 minutes, yeah, 40-minute video, or how you like them apples. No, wouldn't be doing that. I will say, this is a great game. I'm really I've been really impressed with it. I wouldn't want you to think that like what I said about it being a bit loose to control or having like that Amiga difficulty takes away from it. It's a corker. Great music, great sound, great visuals. And there's another game I have by this developer. Actually, it's kind of like a loose team of developers who make a lot of. I don't know if this is Grybanzerfox officially. I don't think it's. I think it's just one guy from Grybanzerfox. But I'm really sorry if you're watching. I can't remember your handle. The guy who does the graphics for this and like I think coded the whole game. But he's fantastic at graphics, as you can see, for these pixel art games. But also, obviously, based on this game, has a really good eye for like a pretty well balanced challenge. But he's also worked on a game called Fire Arrow, and I'll probably have a look at Fire Arrow in the future. Oh, I forgot they do that. Grief. I carumba. Right, so that's the lot for that level, and I think that'll be the lot for the video as well. So that was Super XYX, or I think it might be also known as Super XYX. I'm not sure. I think it's somehow related to Neo XYX on the MVS and AES, but I'm not sure of entirely how it relates. I think the graphics on both are done by the same fellow, and I've not had a chance to play that because who can afford Neo Geo stuff? But it's I've always hoped that like Gunlord and Fast Striker did, Neo XYX will eventually come to like home systems that aren't, you know, 250 quid a game and, you know, £1,000 for the machine and whatever. You know, and again, that's not me moaning about that as a situation. I'm really glad those systems are still live and getting games and such. Like, that's really cool. But obviously, you know, it's kind of premium environment, that stuff. Anyhow, is what it is. I hope you liked the video, and take care. Peace out.